F45 coaches. I was the head trainer at Tustin, and now I'm running the challenges. But I'm very excited to welcome you here because we have our challenge. This is the first one for this location?
First one from current ownership.
Okay. So everyone knows and loves Scott, yes. So just so you know,
I don't know if y'all love me, but
I have known and loved Scott for almost 5 years now. We're almost there. Worked for you for almost 4 years, getting close. And I can tell you guys, you are very, very lucky to have him. He is, I can't say enough good things. All of this happens because of him, so I just hope you all know that. And this challenge,
don't talk, Sandra.
this challenge is going to be really fun. So what is it? We're going to get into that. First, I'm going to let you watch a little video because I always forget that. So let's go ahead and do that, and then you'll get an idea of what we're talking about.
What?
The actors need to uncross the street. All right, that is just a little plug for the
I put that
F45.
together myself.
He did. He worked really hard.
Videographer.
That's a plug for the F45 Challenge app. If you don't already have it on your phone, I highly recommend you download it. It has a ton of features, and they're adding the features all the time. So that's just giving you an idea of what you can do with it.
You did that last
I
time?
did. I did. Okay.
Oh.
Again.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. There we go. I'm trying to not do it. I make it worse. All right. So challenge. First of all, the dates. It starts August 7th.
That is Monday.
That is this Monday. So we're going to tell you how to get in, how to get involved, what it entails, but we got to get all of that done this week before Monday because I want you rocking and rolling day one. I don't want you to miss a day of it. It is for 45 days and it will complete September 20th. So what is the F45 challenge? Number one, it is about community and it's about just bringing you guys together, but it's also about setting and developing good long-term healthy habits. The thing I really want to emphasize is this is not a short-term fix. This is not about fast weight loss. This is about changing your life permanently for good. So in 45 days, it is enough time to get into new habits, to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what it's going to take. You will be working hard, but you'll have other people doing it with you. It's a lot of fun, and it's nice to have this like clear-cut time frame and goal of we're doing this together, maybe we're restricting together, but we're going to get there, and then we celebrate at the end. So always have a good time.
Yeah, we do. Fun.
Okay, so in a snapshot, we got progressive themed weekly programming. So it's roughly, although it is 45 days, it's close to 6 weeks. So we run it over the course of 6 weeks. The first week is all about making sure you know what you're doing, that you've done goal setting with a trainer, so they know they can help support you as you want to reach your goals. You know, had a conversation about what is going to happen with nutrition, how many workouts you're going to commit to, all of that. And then you'll continue on and expand your knowledge from there. These are the resources that you will get in the app. Learn, track, train, and eat. So learn, and we're going to go over each of these categories, but learn, you're just going to get a ton of information. So if you want to learn about nutrition, you want to learn about wellness, about your workouts, recovery, sleep, rest, all of that, you'll be able to find articles on that. You can also track. You can track what you're lifting, you can track what you're eating, you can track how you're feeling. All of those features are in there. You can train. One feature that I particularly like since I have moved out of state is being able to use the train at home feature. So you can take a look, you can choose weighted or unweighted. So if you have access to a gym, you can use weights. If you just have a bedroom, you can do unweighted, you can still get it done. And then finally eat, which is a huge component. We'll be going over that more. So learn. Here's an example of some of the articles and categories. You'll find recipes. We'll talk about athletics. We just did the stages, and you guys were competing in that, but just different things. Some of the recipes are pretty good. I've done a few of them. How to shop, how to maximize your time. Train, as I mentioned. So most of your training will take place here in studio, but Another thing we're doing over the course of this challenge is really learning how to make this lifelong habits, which means you're gonna travel for vacations, you're gonna go to weddings, you're gonna go to funerals, emergencies are gonna happen, people are gonna end up in the hospital, that's life. But how are you gonna roll with it? You know, and that is what this is. So as you learn to be able to train here in the studio, train at home, but how to take care of yourself so that you can function well, doing everything else you wanna do with your life. Tracking. So the tracking feature is in the challenge app. If that's what you wanna use it. If you like something else, use that. If you like MyFitnessPal, use it. My favorite is Chronometer, that's the one I recommend. But use something to track, because that which is tracked gets results. Say it over and over again, but if you track it, it will get results. And whether you enter it or not, your body keeps the score. So it doesn't matter if I write it down, it matters if I ate it, it matters if I did it. So if you're doing it, if you're eating it, keep track, that way you can make progress towards your goals. I just cannot encourage you to do that enough. Stats. I love stats, I love information, and we are gonna be bringing the InBody scan here. Yes?
I bought a new one today.
Oh, we have a new one?
$9,500 out the drain.
Woo!
Down the drain.
I told
Well,
you he's awesome.
it's for you guys.
Not down the drain, for them, for the people. The InBody scan is gonna give you all kinds of information, and I will be talking about just that. Along with that, Lionheart information is now gonna be in that F45 challenge app, but it helps you see. I love being able to compare workout over workout, how I'm improving, how my heart rate recovery is doing. The numbers are just fun. And then you get to see, yes, I am making progress. The progress isn't always on the scale. Sometimes it's in a lot of other ways. Calorie calculator, gonna help you keep track of what you're eating. I believe there's a macro calculator in there as well. And assessments. So there's an assessment section in the app. It's where you can keep track of things like the benchmark workout that we do usually around the beginning of a challenge and at the end, but it could be at different times of the year. But this way you can see, this is how heavy I'm lifting now, you know, and then 6 weeks, 8 weeks, or 3 months later, this is how much I'm doing now. And we wanna see that progressive progress. It's a really fun workout. Have you done benchmark here yet?
I don't know, have we done that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
I think we
mix
gotta
it in
bring-
early on a resistance day. I really like it as a trainer because I get to push people. We're doing sets of 10 for max, so
Yeah.
a lot of the people are lifting way too light. And we
You
get
really
to
get to learn what you
really,
can do. And
it's
you'll be
almost as much of a
surprised.
learning for me as a trainer as it is for the member.
I highly recommend you see it on the schedule, do it too, because it's just fun. You'll find yourself really interacting with your fellow members.
Pardon?
People always make friends on benchmark day. It's great. As a coach, I love to coach it. Eat challenge meal plans. So in the challenge app, you'll be given meal plans. Feel free to use them. They have recipes, they have shopping lists, they have all kinds of things in there. Some of them are good, some of them I don't like as much. You just gotta figure out what's gonna work for you. So it's a resource that you have. It's up to you if you want to use that or if you wanna find another way to come up with a plan. So yes, they will customize meal plans for you. They do also, so you can see some more examples in the app. They do also offer challenge meals that you can order. As you can purchase them on the challenge website or app if you wanna do that. There's other places you can do a meal service as well.
I recommend a meal service.
Yeah,
honestly.
these ones I wouldn't. You know.
We have one in Tustin. They
It's
don't
great.
deliver this far. Otherwise, I'd partner with them for here, but
I wanna see
We
if we
might
can
work
find
on
a
that,
place. I
yeah.
think we can find a place at least for the next challenge for these guys, for sure. Okay, so what are the requirements? What do you need to do? Number one, Scott just bought you guys an InBody machine, so you guys will learn all about it. The InBody scan, best practices for the InBody scan. When you go to weigh in, what it does is it's measuring how much of your body is water, how much is fat, how much is muscle, how much is bone, and then it will give you a breakdown. We are mostly water and our muscles are about 60% water. So if you are dehydrated when you get on the InBody scan, you're not gonna get an accurate read, which is why we will tell you don't do it after a workout. Best practice, do it first thing in the morning, before eating or drinking, and be certain you have fully hydrated the day before. If you don't drink enough water the day before, when you step on that machine, your muscles will read as less than they actually are, and you won't like the number, but worse than that, it's just not accurate. So we want you to be able to work from accurate numbers. So if that does happen, just come in and do it again the next day. Make sure you drink a lot of water. See if that gets you closer to what the truth is. And again, yeah, people always ask, can I do it after a workout? We don't want you to do that because just the exercise is gonna dehydrate the muscles a little bit. But so you will need to do an InBody scan. That way we can get your starting weight, your starting body fat percentage, and the amount of muscle mass you currently have in your body. So this is an example of one of our previous winners over in Tustin. He just crushed it. He came in to get in shape for his wedding, and he just kills it every day. He's definitely a gym favorite. But yeah, so you want to get your before and after body weight, and then before and after photos. So this is an example of one of our before photos. You want to take them either in underwear or a bathing suit, just something that shows the form. So it can be very small shorts and a sports bra or bathing suit, whatever you're more comfortable with, men, something like that. I will give you an example of what not to do. So this is an example of how not to do your photos. Now see, he did good. He got the front and the back and the side, which is what we're looking for, but we gotta make sure we were wearing the underwear. So that's key. I don't know who that is. They're fun.
Don't wear it.
So here's some other previous winners from our Tustin gym, and you can see what's really fun about the before and afters is just, it's hard to see the difference if you don't take the pictures, because you see yourself every day, so you don't see that slow incremental change, but when you see the big gap of this is me 8 weeks later, you really see it. Now, why do we ask you to take the photos? The number one reason is because once you take those before pictures, you are in. You did it, you sucked it up, you put the underwear on, you took the picture. If you don't take the picture, there's a part of you that's not 100% in. There's a part of you that's thinking, maybe I don't feel like doing this, or I don't know if I really care. You get a week in, you hit week 2, when it's week 3, it starts to get hard, you're more likely to quit. But if you took the pictures, you're so much more likely to stay in, and that's what we want for you. We want you to be able to be where you want to be. We want you to reach the goals that you have, and the pictures are a big part of that. Here's another example of one of our previous winners, and every single one of these winners gave us permission to use the photos, just so everyone is comfortable. I am the only person that gets the photos. They go to an email account that I have access to. I open up the email, do I see the photos there? Yes, and then I check a box that your photos are there, and that's it. We aren't sharing them amongst trainers, there's not a whole bunch of people looking at them, so we do protect your privacy in that way. If you win, we will talk to you about, oh my gosh, can we brag about your before and afters, because you look amazing and we want to show everybody. But just so you know, we are careful with that. Here's another example of someone, so people sometimes think, I don't know if I should do the challenge, maybe I don't have that much weight to lose, I don't know if it's for me, maybe I can't win. Larissa absolutely killed it. She came in, she was already relatively lean, but she was feeling just not great, and she was able to make significant changes and just get a little bit stronger, get a little bit leaner, and feel really good about it. So I love sharing her photos just to show really anybody at any place can make improvements over 45 days. Scott has killed it multiple times.
Yeah, I need to kill this time.
I do too.
It's a little bit off.
I do too. For me, I never really made a lot of progress during a challenge because I came into the gym. When I first joined, Scott usually likes to tell this story, but I was out of shape. I'd gone through a lot of personal stuff, about 30 pounds overweight. I came in, and within 6 months, I'd gotten where I wanted to be. I was really angry that I had gotten how I had become. And I did it, but I didn't do it in 45 days. What I did do in 45 days, though, is learn, okay, this is what I want. Like, this is
You
who
got
I am.
consistent.
Absolutely.
You got consistent and dedicated and.
It's why I so emphasize buy-in and just go for it. But don't think short-term. If you think short-term, you go very extreme, you end up rebounding. And we don't want to see that for anybody. We want you to have that long-term health. We want you to reach your goals. And I would say I hit my goals where I wanted to be in 6 months, and then I was like, I have new goals. I want to be more than that. And it's another reason why I love this gym. But here we go. Okay, so challenge winners. What? Another reason to do it, we get fabulous prizes. So we do score based on combined weight loss, muscle mass gain, and body fat percentage loss. So we're taking all of these things into account. So you might think, well, you know, maybe somebody else has 30 pounds to lose and I don't. Maybe I only have 10 pounds. I can't win. It all depends on where you're at, who enters. But if you gain more muscle mass, we've had winners that were pretty lean to start but had never worked out before. So because they were able to gain a good amount of muscle mass, decrease their body fat a little bit, they ended up winning. So the game is open to
Lacey
anybody.
gained weight in
Yeah, she did. She did because she wanted to put on muscle mass. So we do have a male and female winner. And here's some recent winners of ours. I was able to go ahead. This photo we got this morning. Yeah, cut it.
Nice, you finally got
Yes.
it.
But Austin here, oh my gosh, how long has he been at the gym? He
4 or 5
absolutely
years?
crushed this last challenge. He just
He never really took it seriously, and then finally buckled down and did the diet.
He found his motivation.
Stopped eating McDonald's, and he's rocking now.
Yeah, Jessie is a client I worked with coaching personally. She lost 10% body fat and added muscle mass over the course of 45 days. It was incredible. And then Lily and Scott, Lily is she's done really well challenge over challenge. So she won, I think she only won one.
She won the first one, and she said she was going to win the second one, but she got second.
Really close, yeah, second on the second one. But she's just made unbelievable results, and same with Scott. Okay, so how do I get started? This is key. Talk to your trainers. Logan is right there, so he's gonna have all kinds of information for you. Scott is right here. You have a fabulous team of trainers. They all bring different things to you. Sandra's right there. Take advantage of them. I wish I knew all of your names. But take advantage of them. They have a lot to share. They have a lot of knowledge, whether their background is in nutrition, or they have education in sports and fitness and weightlifting and all of those things. You want to set goals with them. Let them know what you're working on. Maybe you've never done a full push-up. Maybe you've never done a pull-up. Have goals beyond this scale. Secondly, make sure you get that in-body scan and then get the before and after photos. We've got to have a QR code so you can get all of your information in, so we'll make sure we provide the QR code to you. All the information goes there. In that form on the QR code is the email address of where to send your before and after pictures. If I get your info and I don't find photos, you'll get an email from me, hey, where's your photos? I want you in on this, so make sure you do that. That is it for this. Does anyone have any questions for our 45-day challenge?
Well, how about cost? Does it cost anything?
What do you guys think? It's free. Scott provides it for free. Some gyms charge.
Yes.
Some gyms charge not only for the challenge, they charge every time you step on the in-body scan. Scott's giving it to you for free. So this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity. Take advantage. You have trainers that want to help you. Please, please, please grab it. Take advantage of it, because I want everybody to live their best life. As he said, I say it all the time, but the thing I love about F45, and especially under Scott's leadership, is how many people I've seen come into this gym, change their life, and then stay that way.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of people that just crash diet and leave. What I see are people that have been here for 5 years that I've seen, and I can see, you can go on the Facebook page of 5 years ago and see what they look like when they first joined. What? Oh my gosh. And it's just awesome to see if they're consistent and they keep coming, because they find their home here. They find their community, and I really want that for all of you. And doing the challenge is one way to get it, so go for it. That's it. Did you want me to go over Burn 365?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now that we've gone over the free 45-day challenge, I'm going to go over, some people want a little bit more. Let's go. Here we go. So Scott and I have put together some coaching if you want a little bit more. So this is accountability coaching. It is
It's more than a little
one-on-one.
bit more. It's quite a bit.
It is definitely more than a little bit
Let's
more.
be honest.
I know, because it's what I spend my time on.
It's pretty invasive.
Yeah, you'll get to know me and I'll get to know you very well. But what it is personal accountability. So it is comprehensive. So when he says it's a lot more, it is. It's comprehensive, and it is bespoke in that it is customized to you. And because of that, we do limit the number of people we can take, because I only have so much time in a day. We probably will eventually add more coaches, but for now, I'm the one working with everyone on this. How is it different than what we are just talking about over the last 45 days? Well, number one, you're gonna get personalized goal setting with me. So we're gonna go over what your goals are, what you want to accomplish, and what is the best way for you to do it, because it is individualized. You will also get accountability. So things I have access to, which we're gonna have to add Laguna for me, but I can see if you came in to work out. If you told me you were doing 3 workouts this week, I'll just check. I was messaging someone today, hey, where were you this morning? You're usually there. Are you doing okay? I wanna know, is there something I need to know? Is there something we need to correct with your nutrition? Or did you get sick? Things like that. But we're just able to keep you accountable. If you tell me you're gonna track, part of this is that we give you access to Chronometer Gold, so it's the full service, and I can see everything you enter. So I'm able to look and be like, awesome, you're hitting your targets, or, hey, I see you're really struggling to hit the protein. Let's game it out. Let's figure out what you need. I'll give you recipes. I'll give you different things for that. We go over stress management. Sleep is huge. I've never had a client that we didn't have to go into sleep techniques and how to improve that. It will help every area of your life, so I can't emphasize that enough. But really, it's just that it's individualized. Supplement recommendations, recipes, strategies. I'll never encourage you to buy anything that I think is a waste of money, just whatever I think is best for you. We will require you to buy in. We need you to do the work. If you're gonna work with me, I can only help you as much as you want it yourself, because I want it for you. I want you to experience what I've experienced and what I've seen other people experience, but you have to want it. So usually I have the first week or two pretty strict with measuring so that we can find out what's really going on. If we keep it loose, it's hard to really pin it down of why we're not making progress if we're not. So we do want you to have measuring cups and spoons. We want you to get a kitchen scale. I'll send you a link for a very inexpensive one. I want you tracking your water, all of that. It's very results focused. So every single week you get a personal phone call with me. Usually do it over Zoom so you can see me, I can see you. We'll game out what is your plan, what's working, what's not working, what obstacles do we have coming up. With the last series of clients, a lot of people had different vacations, they had different events they were going to. Okay, so this is how we're gonna handle this. Because in a lot of those circumstances, it's not if, it's when. So if you've already planned out how you're gonna deal with it, you're gonna get results. And every single person I worked with got the results they wanted. And that is it. Do you want me to give them the nutrition slide?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Why not?
All right, I wanna give you a taste
Give
of
the whole
what it
game.
is I do with my clients. Let's go here. Here we go. Okay, a big part of working with me is education. I want to educate you on nutrition and how to track and how to do it and how to eat in the way that's gonna work best for you. So I'm certified in both sports nutrition, if you're gearing towards something specific like a triathlon or marathon, and also general nutrition if you just wanna live your best life, which is most of us, even athletes. A lot of times they're really more in the general nutrition area. It's bodybuilders and just a small minority is sports nutrition. But we're gonna go over things like different ways of eating. So I'll give you different examples. So macro counting is something that I do that works for me. Why does it work? Creates a calorie deficit. You'll hear a lot of people, I forgot to fix that. You'll hear a lot of people swear by the keto diet. Why does it work? Creates a calorie deficit. Intermittent fasting, that's the answer. Why does it work? Creates a calorie deficit. Low carb, Atkins, paleo, Whole30, Weight Watchers, it's the only thing that ever worked for me. It worked because it created a calorie deficit. And one thing we'll do is figure out what is gonna work for you. So which one is best? How do we know? It's the one that you like, the one that works for you, the one that you enjoy, the one that you can stick to, and the one that feels the least restrictive. Ideally, I want you in a situation where you're eating the absolute most and getting to your goals. I don't want you hungry, I don't want you starving, that's not how you have success. I keep doing that. Okay, we'll go over the hierarchy of importance, behavior, lifestyle, all of that. You'll notice at the bottom, I have energy balance, and I'll go over what that means, but that is the biggest piece. At the top is supplements. Everybody wants to know about fat burners and things like that. That's very, very minimal and not that important to your overall goals. What is energy balance? Calorie surplus means weight gain. Calorie deficit means weight loss. Calorie balance equals maintenance, and we're gonna find that for you. The thing is, a lot of people swear by different diets because it's what worked for them, but what works for their brain might not work for yours, and I wanna help you find what's gonna work for you. We'll go over what determines your caloric needs to make sure we're dialing that in and we're adjusting it over time. And we'll get into education on what are the basic nutrients. Protein, fat, and carbohydrates are your macronutrients. We have vitamins and minerals as your micronutrients. So protein, the biggest one, a lot of people say, oh, I don't eat meat. Okay, but that's not the only protein. There's lots of ways to get protein in. I did use that beautiful picture of salted steak though, because that looks good to me.
Does look good.
Right? But protein is beef, chicken, fish, dairy, egg whites, pea and rice proteins if you're vegan. They are less bioavailable, but we can still work with it if you're vegan, if you're vegetarian. Hopefully, then you get to use egg whites and dairy. Just expands your options, but we can work with any diet. Fat makes you happy. I can't emphasize that enough. Fat is good for your brain. You never want to cut it out entirely. It provides energy, helps you absorb fat-soluble vitamins. It's key in sex hormone production. Keeps that brain happy. Butter, oil, nut, meat, dairy, that's your fats. Carbohydrates, not just bread. Carbs are rice, bread, pasta, potatoes, fruits and veggies too. We'll figure out how you like your carbohydrates, but I don't recommend totally eliminating one of the three major macronutrients. No matter how much you might want to believe it, if you want to get good results, if you want to feel good working out, you don't want to eliminate these, but we can still find a way, find the balance for you to hit your goals while keeping them in. Micronutrients, that's your vitamins and minerals. I was talking to one of the members before here, and he mentioned, oh, you might want to get a blood test if you're recommending this or that, and I do. There's a few that are basic, so for most people. Most people don't need a multivitamin, but there are a few that are helpful to everybody, so we would go over that individually. We'll go over nutrient timing, when is the best time to eat, does it really matter, what's the most important, which supplements are worth your money, which ones are a waste of money, how to check for quality, how to know if it's third-party tested, that's really, really key. Do not just buy any supplement off Amazon, please don't. A lot of it isn't what it says on the bottle because it's unregulated. How to design your own diet. So we'll get into what your calorie balance is. If we wanna go with macros, we'll go over that. Again, it's the one that I like. Just balancing it out between your food choices, meal timing, supplements. I highly emphasize water. I'm gonna ask you initially probably to drink at least your body weight in ounces. We'll go over why, how to track. I'm really gonna emphasize that because I can only work with as much information as I have. If you're not tracking, then I can't tell you why you're not making progress if you're not, because I can't see it. So how do we hit our success? Prioritize hitting steps, move your body. I want everybody moving every day. As I was saying earlier, our joints are fed by movement. Don't have any 0 days. Get in here, get your workouts in. These are amazing workouts. They're programmed well. They're a good balance. If you need a day off, just don't take that day off on your couch. Make sure you go for a walk, go do something. Or come in here and tell your coaches, hey, this is kind of a recovery day for me. I'm feeling a little beat up. And they'll pace you. Prioritize that recovery. Do push yourself. Get to that uncomfortable area. It's really key. Discomfort is where the growth happens. You want to do that. Hit your protein goal every day. Really important. I am going to emphasize that no matter what plan we use. Get your water in. Ask for help. That's what your coaches are here for too. Don't give up. And if I'm working with you, you can text me. I don't know if I mentioned to get priority text support, that I text you all the time.
Yeah, I see it.
He does. He sees all my texts with everybody. So what not to do. Please don't sabotage your progress by eating too little. I can't tell you how many people I've worked with over the years that if they start getting results, I'm like, I already know. Don't do it. I know you're thinking, and it would get even faster if I just cut everything right now. That's not how you get results. Please continue. When it's working, don't break what's not broken. So don't sabotage yourself. Don't push yourself beyond your breaking point. Well, I want to see you push yourself. You have to know where your breaking point is. Don't go beyond that. Don't ignore recovery days. Usually, when do I take a recovery day? If you feel bad, you feel like maybe I need to take a day off, come in anyways. If you feel that way a second day in a row, that's when I would say go ahead and take a break. And please don't beat yourself up if the scale doesn't show you what you were hoping to see. It's just one measurement. There are so many other ways of measuring your body, whether it's how you feel, how your clothes are fitting, how you're performing in the gym. Don't let a number affect your mood. That being said, even with the challenge that we're doing, I do try to always say this. If anyone feels that getting on the scale is going to be a problem for them, that seeing that number is going to trigger things for them, your trainers can throw a towel over it so you don't have to look at the number. And nobody else will either. We'll just enter it into the form for you so we can track your progress on our end. And all you know is that you're doing all the things. You don't have to see those numbers if it's better for you not to. So just know that's an option. And that is it. So if anyone has any questions for me, I'm here, I'm available, and I'm excited for this challenge and for you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Jen.
of course. Thank you, Scott. There it is.
Cool.